So you just mentioned that you look at issues in a certain way. Differently. Now, thinking about your career as a politician, the first time you got elected and this time, has there been a change in the way you look at these issues and your mind thinks differently about how to go about them?
Quite differently. Now, I'm coming to the conclusion that listening is much more important than speaking, right? And listening doesn't just mean that I come there and I listen to you. That's not listening. That somebody you're talking to me and I'm looking at you and I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm not listening. Listening is a completely different thing. Listening is putting myself in your position. So if you're a farmer, going into the person's life, going into the person's day-to-day life, and then understanding what he's trying to tell you. So listening is fundamental. And then understanding the deeper dynamics. So you then are not just swimming around on the surface, you're raising fundamental issues, and you don't go raising every single issue. You focus clearly and you're like, okay, this is important, I got to raise this. This is something important, I got to fight for this. This is something important, I got to fight. So you choose your battles much more carefully.
I think you hit it on the head, that prioritization.
So, very good definition of political strategy or business strategy. Understand clearly what you don't want to do. So don't sit there doing 50, 100 different things. Understand clearly, जो नहीं करना है, उसको पहले समझो, पहले कर दो. And then उसमें से 3-4 चीजें निकलेंगी, and then that's what you got to focus on.
So as we all know, the female labor participation in India is quite abysmally low, and no country can ever progress or become developed with only 50% of their population working. So what would Mr. Gandhi's plan be for increasing our labor participation of women?
And not just labor participation. It starts with, it starts with a bad attitude that Indian males have towards women. And I don't mean every single Indian male, but a large number of Indian males' attitudes towards women is just, it's ridiculous, right? So it starts there. And it's a particular way of thinking about women. And you see it, we see it in the political system, we see it in the business system, we see it everywhere. So I'm very big, number one, on political participation of women. Reservation bill to start with. Ensuring that women get into business. Ensuring that women are supported financially if they want to open their business. And then making sure that it is made easier for women to participate, right? Women have their own particular issues that you need to take care of before they can start to participate. So I think the first thing is of thinking of women the same way you think of men, right? That they can do anything men can do, if not better, and that they are equal and better in many, many things. Yeah. Also, by the way, this is part of the ideological fight between the BJP and us, right? The BJP and the RSS believe that women should be restricted to a particular role. They should stay at home, they should cook the food, they should not talk too much, right? And we believe that women should be allowed to aspire to whatever they want to do. See, opposition at its heart is the voice of people. So if you have parliament, of course there's a whole sequence of events that go on, but what you're generally thinking about is where and how can I raise issues of the people of India? And you're thinking from a individual perspective, and you're also thinking from a group perspective, you're thinking from a industry perspective, you're thinking from a farmer perspective, and the important thing is that you do it sensitively and after listening and understanding carefully. So very often, you see an issue in the beginning. When you're new to politics, you see an issue and you're like, oh, that's what the issue is. But when you go into a little bit of detail, you realize that there is nuance and complexity. So understanding that nuance and then planning your day according to that, that's how it generally works. Parliament, of course, you go there in the morning and then it's like a war. You go in and then you fight. It's a pleasant war. It's reasonably fun at times. It can get nasty also, but it's a war of ideas, war of words, and we are trying to put our point of view across, and the government is trying to suppress our point of view. So that's how that works. And then there are a lot of people who come and see you, different types of people, party people, business people, farmers, these type of delegations. So you're constantly listening to